Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. A day or two ago, the Fulani headers under the auspices of Meiti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria had made some financial demands from the federal government, considering the fact that ranching is almost the best option for them right now. Though a lot of them are not interested in it, but some also believe that it can be done. But then they're asking for as much as 150 billion naira to establish ranching in Nigeria. But shockingly, there's another development, and this time around it's coming from the southeast. Cattle breeders in southeast have started making some very critical steps towards expanding their cattle breeding and also adopting the new style. And that's what we're going to be looking at. Don't forget that we have not heard so much about cattle, breeding in the southeast. But immediately the information came up from Samuelu that Lagos alone consumes as much as 50% of the cows in Nigeria. It's a big business, and that's why most Southeasterners are about embarking on that business, and I'm very sure they may hijack it from the Fulani headers. But however, they have decided to come up and announce the critical step that they're about to take, which will possibly turn around the story of cattle breeding in Nigeria. I believe some other people may mostly want to learn from them, and it will make Nigeria to be far better than what we have seen the Fulanis do thus far. But before we continue with details of the news and for the analysis, if you're not subscribed, just hit on the red subscribe button and also on your notification button so that anytime we publish videos on our channel, you'll be the first to see it. All right, let's look at the news in detail. The cattle breeders in the southeast have announced plan to set up ranches in the region. The coordinator of the Southeast Association of United Farm Product Traders and Livestock Dealer of Nigeria, Godwin Obasi, disclosed these on Friday when members of the association paid a courtesy visit to the national patron, James Ugu, to congratulate him over his election as secretary of PDP party, that's People Democratic Party Southeast Zone. Obasi said members of the association were already sensitized to set up ranches to be able to supply enough livestock in the region. He noted that the Southeast had the capacity and land to produce enough food for local consumption and for export, adding that it could not afford to rely on others perpetually for its food need. According to him, and I quote his word, he said, "We must produce what we eat. We are looking at a point in our lives when we shall be producing massively for export. That is why the campaign within our association is organic farming, so that our product will be acceptable across board." Also speaking, the PDP Southeast Secretary Ugu, who was also the first chairman of Udenu local government area in Enugu State, urged governors in the Southeast to initiate policies and programs that will promote agriculture. He said, "I believe that the governors are aware that there is need for food security in the region. Given what happened at the onset of COVID-19, everybody came to realize that access to food is important. Without food or a garden around your house, you are in trouble. That thing which you think money could buy, that money could not buy it at that time." Ugu added that he would use his position in the PDP to enhance activities of the association to ensure food sufficiency in the region. This is really interesting because for me, I never really expected that Igbos, based on what they have ventured into thus far in terms of, spare parts, importation, exportation, and all of that, they will be interested in it. But, we already know the Igbos to be very, very lucrative people who are always vast in the area of business, and they will stop at nothing, to make sure that they make money, and not stop at nothing. I'm talking about the legal aspect of it, and that is what, unfortunately, the Fulanis have exposed them to. By stopping food coming into the south was an opportunity for some people to have a rethink about agriculture. And considering some of the information that had been made available, some of them had taken advantage. And I feel at this point that the federal government, the state government, in their different respects, should be able to assist these southeasterners or any south, whether it's from south or anybody from south. I'm talking to the governors in the south. They should have a rethink about this and see how we can encourage our people to go into it. For me, this is unbelievable. They're talking about ranching already, and this is an indication that very soon food-wise, we are going to be independent. We will have to be waiting for cows to come from the north before we can eat meat. But people have taken that responsibility, and it's not just cow alone. Most Nigerians, at least I've seen in around my vicinity, most people are now embarking on, rearing goats, even, fish also. A lot of people are involved into fishing also, fishery, and some persons also are fully into livestock business. I'm telling you, and with what we have seen thus far, it clearly shows that very soon the South may likely be more opportune, because we one of the things that is good about the southern part of Nigeria is that we are so we are easily given into adopting new techniques in anything. It must not always be the old way, because we don't even have a sinister plan, because that's what most people have been saying, that thus far these guys have been declining, adopting this ranching thing. Is it that there's a sinister plan that they will invade the entirety of our nation, and from they get to have a knowledge of a lot of things so that they can strike and all of that? But that's not our concern right now. We are looking at how the government can help these people, because most of them may have the idea. Some person have already started studying how it is done in Brazil and other places where cattle breeding is a normal business. Most people have already started thinking about it. But now what is most important is the financial aspect of it. Government should be ready to give these guys support, because if, for example, they are going to allow Meitiala to have the privilege of enjoying as much as 150 billion naira grant, then these other people should also be highly encouraged, because they have greater plan and they want to take it to another level. If there's anything that we want to say, is to prohibit the Fulani headers from coming in here and breaking our law and taking laws into their hand, using the opportunity to maim our people. We want to stop them. They shouldn't. They should stay back in their own northern part. If we need their cows, we'll make demands for them to come over. So for me, this is a very good development. I didn't believe that there are people in the southern part of Nigeria who are fully involved in the issue of, cattle rearing. And I believe that with what the secretary to PDP Southeast Zone have told him, he's going to jump into action, at least to carry the governors along so that they can make provision in that respect for the Southeasterners. That's where I like to leave it. Do you think that with what the step taken by the Southeasterners, they may likely hijack the business of cattle rearing from the Fulani?